regulators from protecting seniors against fraud in crypto. Additionally, the Calamity Act does not address illicit finance and other crimes commonly seen in the crypto space. It does not provide nearly enough direction to agencies, which would be required to match the level of financial crimes and non-compliance seen in the industry. Nor does it provide sufficient funds for federal agencies to examine and enforce these laws. For all of these reasons, I strongly oppose this bill.
Thank you, Ranking Member Waters. Mr. Speaker, I rise in vigorous opposition to the Clarity Act. This bill gives a green light to self-enriching crypto schemes where officials at the highest levels of power, including in the White House, have generated hundreds of billions of dollars in personal profit. We need legislation that stops financial abuse, not encourages it, especially during a time when the SEC has dropped enforcement actions against major crypto firms and undermined investor safety. Across our country, millions of working families are battling rising costs. Our elders are targeted by financial scams, and investors are trying to recover from volatile markets. But Republicans are ignoring all of that to prioritize the crypto industry's wish list. To be clear, the people deserve crypto legislation that is fair, transparent, and accountable, not a bill that opens the floodgates to conflicts of interest and weakens investor protections. The Clarity Act fails that test. Republicans need some clarity, all right, moral and legislative. I agree with Ranking Member Waters. This is really the Calamity Act, and I urge my colleagues to oppose this bill.
Gentlewoman's time has expired. Then California is recognized for 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, I rise in opposition to the so-called Clarity Act. Let me be clear. I support the growth of digital assets, blockchain innovation, and the promise crypto holds for expanding financial access and economic justice. But this bill is not clarity. It is confusion cloaked in legislation. It picks winners and losers, and the biggest winner is the President of the United States. Why is that office exempt from all the rules? It undermines the SEC's ability to protect consumers and fast-tracks deregulatory loopholes without addressing core issues like transparency, fraud prevention, or equity in access. The SEC doesn't even like this bill. We need comprehensive, thoughtful regulation, not rushed frameworks driven by the people who will gain the most that ignore the voices of everyday investors, builders, and communities left behind. Crypto deserves rules that are smart, fair, and future-facing. The Clarity Act is none of these things, because if it was, Republicans would have had the votes much earlier. I urge my colleagues to vote no. Thank you, and I yield back.
Gentlewoman.